Most people never give a second thought to a 5-cent coin. It slips into a pocket, rattles in a purse, or disappears into a jar on a shelf. It feels insignificant, almost invisible in daily life. In a world focused on big money and fast success, a small coin seems like the last thing that could matter. But sometimes, the smallest objects carry stories far larger than their size. In 2014, millions of 5-cent coins were produced and released into circulation. They looked exactly like the ones before them. Same weight, same shape, same familiar design. Nothing about them suggested rarity or importance. They were used to buy snacks, pay small change, or were forgotten altogether. For years, no one noticed anything unusual. Life moved on, and the coins moved quietly through the economy. What no one realized at the time was that one of those coins was different. Not in a way you could easily see, but in a way that only time and careful examination would reveal. During the minting process, a rare error occurred. The metal composition was slightly altered, the pressure of the strike was unusual, and microscopic details appeared sharper than normal. These changes were not intentional, and that made them priceless. At first, the coin sat unnoticed, passing from hand to hand like any other. It may have been used to pay for coffee, dropped on a sidewalk, or stored away in a drawer. Its journey was ordinary, and that is what makes the story extraordinary. While people chased expensive collectibles and rare artwork, this tiny coin quietly waited. Years later, a collector examining old coins noticed something strange. The weight was off by a fraction. The surface reflected light differently. Under magnification, details appeared that should not have been there. What seemed like a small curiosity turned into intense investigation. Experts were called. Tests were done. The results shocked everyone involved. This was not just a minting error. It was a once-in-a-generation anomaly. The coin had characteristics that should never exist together. It broke the rules of standard production. That single mistake transformed it from pocket change into a historical artifact. Word began to spread slowly, first among collectors, then among investors. Soon, the coin became the subject of private discussions and quiet negotiations. Auctions competed to secure it. Wealthy collectors offered large sums just for a chance to see it in person. Each evaluation pushed its value higher. What made it even more powerful was its simplicity. It was still just a 5-cent coin, familiar and humble, yet unmatched in rarity. As the story spread, people everywhere began checking their old coins. Jars were opened, drawers emptied, and collections re-examined. The idea that something so small could change a life captured the imagination of millions. It wasn't about greed. It was about hope, the belief that value can hide in plain sight. This coin became a symbol of overlooked potential. It reminded people that worth is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it sits quietly, waiting for the right moment to be understood. The world had ignored it for years, and that neglect made its discovery even more powerful. Experts confirmed that no other coin like it exists. Its condition, history, and rarity placed it in a category of its own. Museums expressed interest. Private buyers continued to raise their offers. The coin was no longer just currency. It was a legend. What makes this story resonate is not just the money. It is the idea that everyday life can hold extraordinary surprises. That something dismissed as ordinary can turn out to be priceless. That history does not always announce itself. Sometimes it whispers. Today, that single 2014 5-cent coin stands as proof that even the smallest things can carry unimaginable value, and it is now worth $12 million.